Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the 43. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Route.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight to the air is Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Finds his man, Downs. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Taylor makes the catch. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and then next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. There he goes on the right side. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31.
Red on red. Silver.
The pitch is to Etienne. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, hey, hey.
Lawrence now off the play action. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
23. Easy. Easy. Read a 44. Read a 54. 11. Silver.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Lion. 11, Agate. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Right, let's go. Here we go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. This finds Bellinger. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! So close to 6, incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Easy. Ralph. Hey, I'm gun.
Second and 10, here's Lawrence. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. The rookie from Oklahoma has it. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
First down throw here from Richardson. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for the back that time. So it's second down coming up.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here's a give up the middle. Escapes a defender. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Richardson now on first and 10. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Richardson on third. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He'll get it at the 9. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
From the gun, ETN gets it. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Jacksonville in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Tried getting creative, but the coverage team read it all the way. This return loses yards. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 10 now. Hits his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He's on the move. That one's complete, right side. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there. 3rd down. They'll throw again. Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll hand it to him again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Colts take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts double their lead to 14. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Jackson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, kill! 30 left. Hey, kill!
Lawrence in the pistol. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play.
13 loop. Sink right. Silver.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
He's got Bellinger. And he'll go down here at the 16.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Go, let's go.
From the 16. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Caught near the goal line. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. Looking right, and he finds him. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Set.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On target to down. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense up to the line fast. Richardson has him on the quick hitter. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that makes it 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Jukes out a one-stop. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down throw here from Richardson. And the Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
Catch made by Mitchell. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Taylor makes the catch. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
It's on red. Here we go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Hey, easy. Route. Hot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. Oh, he just cost him. That is a safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. The screen pass falls incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So that brings up 4th and long. The Colts ready for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35.
Their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Hey, run. All right, here we go. Done. Here we go, son.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He beams one deep right side. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Colts take possession of the football.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he gets this forward to the 19.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Give now to the running back. And he'll go down here at the 16. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. The key, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Richardson on 3rd. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Jackson now to return it. And this return is brought to a halt just across the 10. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Red.
Counter give to Etienne. He's going to go out of bounds up past the 15. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Go, go!
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Red on red. Silver.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This finds Bellinger. And he'll get it up to the 44.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Hey, hey, hey.
Lawrence now off the play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Taken in by Bellinger. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Hey, Lion, Lion. Take right open, open. Here we go.
First down throw, Lawrence. And they pick him off again! There he goes, right sideline! At the 20, the 10! And he takes this one back for the pick six! That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him.